y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be our January favorites. So that is always exciting. You know, I love me some favorites videos. So we're definitely going to talk about some of my most recent favorites that are in fact different than my 2017 yearly roundup of favorites. So that's exciting as well because in recent months, I haven't been doing a ton of shopping, so my favorites have typically been kind of me searching my stash and shopping my stash and finding kind of oldie but goodies that we can kind of revive and put back into a daily rotation. But after the holidays, I did a little bit of shopping, and so I do have a couple things that are new to my collection, but there still are a couple oldies but goodies in there to kind of revisit. So how about we get started? First things first, let's go ahead and mention this gorgeous lip that I am wearing. So I have been really into blue lately. Don't ask me why. Blue shadow, blue lipstick, blue. I don't know if it's a suddenly hot color or blue is just in my spirit. I'm not really sure. But either way, when I saw the Fenty Mademoiselle launch of all the different shades, I think they're 14 shades maybe, and I saw Rihanna wearing this blue lip. I was like, oh, I have got to try. So this is the Fenty lipstick in the color Clapback. This is it here. It has a very slim shape, which I absolutely love, and then you open it up and the lipstick is here. Now when you pick it up, it does have FB imprinted at the top of the lipstick, but I've already worn it, and so it's worn away, but that's okay. I truly and love this formula. It's very creamy. It applies very easily. It doesn't kind of tug at your lips as you're applying it. It wears for an extremely long time. I actually wore it, went to dinner, came home, and knew that I was having probably some butthole situation happening on my lips, and I was not. I was very surprised. So that was super exciting. And then I was in Sephora recently to return something, returning a flop that I'll talk about later, and they had Griselda as a 100-point perk, which is a kind of deep plummy, almost brown color. That's the color there. I went ahead and snatched that up really quick because after I realized that I love the formula, I was like, oh, I'm gonna need some different colors of this formula. So starting with my first favorite, that is this lip. It's called Clapback from Fenty Beauty. Super exciting. The second favorite that I want to mention, you all know how I love me a red lip. Fenty Beauty wins again with the Stunner lip paint, and what is it? It has a name. Oh, it's Uncensored. But I think everybody's just calling it the Stunner lip paint. And so this is a wonderfully, I got fuzz everywhere, sorry. This is a wonderfully pigmented red, very comfortable formula. It goes on like a liquid lipstick, but it doesn't dry down so dry and matte. Like, it's a very comfortable formula. It wears pretty well. You do have to reapply it as you go through the night, but I don't mind it because the bottle is so pretty. It's really kind of a conversation starter if you pull it out of your purse. So yeah, Rihanna is she's just killing it with her line. I'm so excited for her. So this is Stunner Lip Paint by Rihanna, along with the Fenty color Clapback. I mean, it is a blue lipstick, which can be difficult to find a lip liner that matches, is what I found. I didn't look very hard, to be honest, because I did have in my collection this pencil from NARS, and this is actually the larger than life longwear eyeliner pencil, and it's in the color Rue Saint Honoré. It's just a midnight navy blue liner, but I've come to realize this color blue is very pretty, but it doesn't really show blue in my waterline because my lashes are so dark. So it's just kind of been sitting in my collection waiting for the Fenty lip paint to show up. So that's it here. So this is Rue Saint Honoré. And it's a very pretty, long-lasting formula. It matches the Fenty color perfectly. So I've been wearing this as a lip liner along with my Fenty Clapback. Yay. I picked up some new skincare, the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Eye Cream. So this was recommended, I can't remember if I saw this on Mrs. Lola Land's channel or Kathleen Light's channel, but someone was talking about this eye cream and said it was their favorite, one of their favorite eye creams. And I have been looking, not very hard, I'll be honest, but I've been wanting a new eye cream and just didn't really know what to check out. And so I finally decided to go ahead and pick this up, and I actually like it. It's really nice. It kind of sinks into the skin very nicely. It doesn't feel too heavy under the eye. And I know it's a night cream, but I've actually been wearing it as a day eye cream as well, and it works just fine. It layers well under makeup. It's a good purchase. So I really like it. That's the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Eye Cream. The next product I have here is an oldie but goodie, but I did want to mention this. In my quest of everything blue, I have been loving a blue smoky eye. Loving a blue smoky eye. And so when I do create a blue smoky eye, I very rarely when I wear makeup do I wear inner corner highlight. I just don't do it that terribly often. But when I do a blue smoky eye, I love an inner corner highlight. And the one that I've been loving the most is from this Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. And the color in this kit, Forever Lit, it actually is this, it looks almost white right here in the packaging, but when you swatch it, it still looks a little icy on my finger there, but against a blue shadow, it has a bit of a blue reflection or blue shift. I don't know if the camera is really picking it up, but when I tell you it's gorgeous with a blue smoky eye, it is gorgeous with a blue smoky eye. So that is the color Forever Lit from the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero Glow Kits. I kind of was searching my stash for new items to play with, and I've been loving the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but I decided to try the Brow Definer again. It's been in my collection for a minute. I used to like go so hard for this pencil, and I just hadn't picked it up in a while, but I picked it up and started using it again. I actually like it. I remember how quickly I could get my brows done with this pencil, and that is still the case today. So I really do enjoy it. This is the Brow Definer, so different than the Brow Wiz in that the Brow Wiz is a skinny kind of pencil-like point. This is more of that kind of triangle shape. So it's a little bit different of a shape, but you can still, I think, achieve the same results. So my brows today, we're done with the Brow Definer, and I still enjoy it. So it was good to kind of pull that out and use that again. The NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. Now, if you have been following my channel, I just recently uploaded a review and demo on this foundation, and I loved it then. I love it now. I still love it. A lot of you put in the comments that you have been loving it and have been looking into picking it up. I highly recommend it. It's such a good foundation. I'm in the color Caracas. I think we're gonna call it Caracas. I'm in the color Caracas, and it is a perfect match. Like, I'm so excited for NARS because I've loved their formulas for a long time. This is absolutely my perfect shade. So I'm really excited for the shade extension that they just released with this new foundation. So that is definitely a favorite. The next favorite that I want to mention is the MAC Studio Waterway SPF 30 foundation. This is really a pretty nice foundation. I really enjoy it. I have it in the shade NC45, and it's really good. So I haven't had a MAC foundation in a long time. And so I decided that I was gonna kind of delve back into MAC and really kind of see what new products they had out and what was different, and especially in their foundation products. I hadn't really had one in so long, since it was like, I think it was a Studio Fix Compact is what I had about 800 years ago. So I was very interested to see what they offered now. Now, as you know, or maybe you don't, I enjoy a light to medium coverage, full, super full. There's occasions for it, but that's just not my everyday use. So more everyday use for me is a light to medium coverage, and that's exactly what this provides. It does not provide a lot of coverage, so if you're looking for that, this is not for you, I promise. But it is a very thin, a very lightweight foundation. I like that it has SPF in it. And again, I have it in the color NC45, which is a little bit cool for me, just a smidgen cool for me, but the NW45 is way, way, way too warm. So I decided to get this, and then I just like to mix in a few of the Cover FX, what is it called? The Custom Enhancer drops, and this is in the shade Candlelight. I just mixed a couple drops of that in with this, and it works out perfectly and still gives me that kind of glowy finish that I prefer. So this has a good wear time. It definitely lasts a good while, but I think it can be enhanced with whatever primer that you use. And it's very liquidy, and it also, the applicator is a little dropper, so that's a little different. And I would say maybe 2-3 drops is enough to give me the coverage that I'm looking for on a quick, everyday basis. So I've really been enjoying that. Now, as I've been kind of delving back into MAC and kind of revisiting their products and what they offer and don't offer, I decided to pick up another Pro Longwear pencil because I really enjoy the Pro Longwear formula and their lip pencils. And so this color is called Absolutely It. And it's just like a mauve-y, good everyday color of a pencil. I really enjoyed it. It's perfect for those days where you just kind of want to put a pencil all over your lip, maybe a little gloss on top, maybe not, and you just run out the door. So I really have been loving that. I very rarely have products that I just do not enjoy and then think about them long enough to talk about them here on my channel. So most often if there's a product that I receive or that I buy that I don't enjoy, I just return it or give it away or whatever. So there's very few products that I have to discuss that are off their flops. But this month I definitely have one. And the first one here is the e.l.f. sponge. And it's a little bigger than you may ordinarily see when you go to pick it up because I did just wash it. And honestly, I don't even know why I washed it because this thing is just not great. I had heard really good reviews on this sponge. This sponge, the Flower Beauty sponge, and there was one other more recent, maybe it was L'Oreal. Maybelline? It might be L'Oreal that just recently came out with a beauty sponge. So I saw this one in the store and I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and give it a try. I do not like this sponge. It applied my makeup horribly. Like I would take it and kind of pounce it across my skin like I do my beauty blender, and it was literally picking up product. And when I went to apply my concealer with this sponge, I've never had patchy concealer in my life, and this gave me patchy concealer. Like literally I would go in and it was picking up concealer off of my face and putting it other places. Like it was independent from my hand doing this evilness to my makeup. It was so frustrating. Thankfully, I was able to salvage what I was doing and kind of fix it and do some other, kind of trickery to get my makeup to still look okay so I could leave the house because I was actually leaving that day. But this, I vowed never to use it again, so it's just terrible. And I know it's pretty inexpensive, and that's why part of the reason people were raving about it was because it's an inexpensive beauty sponge that they seem to really love. But I'm here to tell you this is garbage. I'm not using that again. Not. The second product that I wanted to talk about, I actually had an opportunity to go to Sephora today, so I took it back. That product, unfortunately, is from NARS, unfortunately. I, again, have been on a crazy search for a wonderful blue pigmented eyeshadow because the blue that I have is Denim Smoky from ABH, which I absolutely adore, but it's not a true navy. Like I want a matte navy goodness of an eyeshadow, and I've been on the hunt and I have not exactly come across it yet. So if you guys have any suggestions, definitely let me know down below in the comment section. But in the meantime, I was on NARS's website, and either way I'll put a little picture up right here, and it's this beautiful, gorgeous cobalt shadow in the pan. Like I saw it online and I was like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful, this is perfect, this is just what I'm looking for. I got it home and I opened it up and I was like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful, this is just what I'm looking for. And then I swatched it and it was the patchiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, it was so dry and chalky and patchy. It was no bueno. It was simply no bueno. Sadly, I had to take it back. Hopefully, I will continue my search. I'm going to look at MAC and see what shadows they have, and maybe find something there. So, Outremer from NARS, no bueno. Had to go back. It was a flop. So those are my monthly favorites for January. It's the first favorites video of the year, so that's super exciting. I have really kind of been going hard with all of these products, so I'm so excited to have them in my collection or to revisit them because they were already in my collection. So yeah, it's been super great. So thank you guys for watching. As always, I love you. And if you haven't seen my most recent video, I'm going to go ahead and pop that guy right there. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I'm judging you. I just want to say that. I am judging you if you have not subscribed to me already. So I'm going to go ahead and just give you an opportunity to not be judged. Just right here in this area. If you just click this button, it'll get you to a special space in life where you can subscribe to my channel with the click of a button. I mean, how much easier can we make it? As always, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.